Hello everyone, Jeff the Green Review. It may not seem that a plant that doesn't have a woody stem should need pruning, but there are several types of pruning that we can do to create prettier and healthier plants among our herbaceous perennials. As you know from studying stems and buds, the terminal bud produces auxins that slow or stop other buds along the branch from growing. Removing the terminal growth of the branch will cause the other buds to grow. This causes the branch to stop growing in length and to produce more side branches. This changes the plant from being tall and leggy to full and bushy. Many perennials are determinate growers. The length of a branch is preset. It grows to a specific length and stops. Usually there's a flower bud or a cluster of flower buds at the end of that branch. Determinate growing plants respond differently to pruning off the end of the branch before the flower bud is fully developed. The plant may respond with side branches that each have their own terminal flower bud. This gives a fuller, prettier look for some people. Some dahlias work this way. If the determinate growing plant is pruned early in the season, it should send out some side branches. The plant should bloom at the normal time, but on a shorter than normal plant. This can prevent the plants from flopping over. Mums and fall blooming sedums work this way. Sedums that don't get a pinch pruning in the early summer grow tall and may flop over, and the clumps will open up and spread out instead of staying nice and dense for a good impact of flowers all in one cluster. Some flowers benefit from pinching off the side flower buds and leaving just the terminal flower bud. The plant will often respond to the loss of the side flowers by growing a much larger terminal flower. Chrysanthemums, dahlias, and peonies are often entered competitions, often disbudded this way. And so, unlike the normal pinching, disbudding does not make the flower stalk stronger or shorter, and the flower will often need to be staked to hold it up, that huge flower. So what's this mean to me? Pinch off the top third to half of fall bloomers like autumn joy sedum, fall asters, Joe Pye weed, monarda, and mums. Do it once in early June and again around 4th of July to get the impact in a compact plant that doesn't flop over. On herbaceous plants, tip pruning is often called pinching because the stem is soft enough to pinch without using a pruning tool. Early in the spring, it's often possible to pinch woody plants, but later in the season, a pruner is necessary. So with all pruning, we pinch just above a node, and we do not leave a stub or internode stem. Pinching is a good technique to create shorter and fuller perennials and shrubs, but it also works on annuals. Coleus plants are a good example of this. When they grow too long, the flower stalk at the end is not very attractive. We want to grow leaves, so we pinch off the top of the stem. That removes the flower buds and causes more side branches and gives us more leaves. Each of those side branches will eventually need a pinching of its own to remove the side branch flower buds. Many gardeners will not get around to pinching or disbudding, but deadheading can make a garden look much prettier. This pruning technique involves removing the dead flower heads from the plant before they go to seed. This often forces the plant to produce more flowers. But even if it doesn't, the plants will look much prettier without the dead flowers hanging on top. Some plants spread by seeds and into other parts of the garden. Deadheading helps to reduce the need to pull up a bunch of unwanted seedlings the next year. Dahlias, geraniums, peonies, petunias, marigolds, Shasta daisies like these, and zinnias all look better with deadheading. Some plants, such as coneflowers, can be deadheaded, or the seeds can be left for the birds to eat, and then they can be deadheaded. This side has been deadheaded and this side hasn't, and so this side looks a lot nicer right now, but a lot of people will wait until the entire bed of flowers needs to be deadheaded and just go use shears and cover and do the whole thing rather than the individual pruning of different flowers like this. But so it depends on which way you want to do your deadheading and how you want it to look. Slowly get worse or get completely worse before you do the deadheading. And this is Jeff with the Green Review. Thanks for watching.